Well, joining us this week exclusively on Phoenix TV is Phoenix forward, wearing number 29 again this year, Adam Walker. Adam, welcome to Phoenix TV.
Thanks, Andy. Thanks.
Adam, I guess no secret that last year was a disappointing season for Adam Walker, as well as for the Phoenix in terms of the finish that we had. But on a personal front, you must have been very disappointed with what happened for yourself last year.
Yeah, a little bit of disappointment. Yeah, it was a little bit of frustration as well. There was some things that went on that were out of my control, and some things that were in my control. So I think it was just maybe a combination of both coming together that, it was a disappointing year for me last year. But I've been working hard in the summer, and I want to get back to my usual self. And I've had a good start, and hopefully I can keep that going.
I think everyone can see that you had a good start. The pre-season in particular was exceptional for you. You had a great start, scoring some goals and getting involved in the play. Exactly what the way the supporters want to see. But you mentioned working hard in the summer. What exactly does working hard in the summer entail for a hockey player?
Well, it can be a number of things. I mean, after my first year, I took about 2 or 3 weeks off just to sort of re-energise myself and then get back to work. This season I didn't take that at all. I was straight back in the gym, straight back doing weights and also a lot of cardio, and I've been cycling a lot this summer, and also doing my exercise routine's been a bit different. It's not been more about lifting weights, but more been about sort of plyometrics and things like that. And by doing that, it seems to be working for me on the ice. So if I can play well on the ice while I'm doing that, then I'm going to continue it.
When you talk about dropping down on the weights a little bit and improving the biometrics, do you find your body's a little bit more supple now?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I'm not exactly the biggest guy anyway, so some people might say that I need to use more weights than do plyometrics. But I think that I have quite a good. My centre of gravity has gotten a lot better now, so I'm harder to push off the puck, harder to get off balance. So I think by doing that, then it sort of it helps more towards what I want to achieve rather than becoming a sort of a bigger person and a more physical presence.
Exactly. I mean, size is one thing. I mean, when you're the size of a Brett Cloutier or a Grant Jacobson, then size is important. But for yourself, you're not going to play that overly physical game. It's more about finesse and skill. And I guess, as you mentioned there, the key element for you then is your centre of gravity.
Of course, yeah. I mean, there's guys in the NHL. You get some really big guys, but also there's guys like Patrick Kane, who's 5'7" and weighs 160 pounds, and he's as his coach says, night in night out, he's one of the strongest players on the ice. So it's not about lifting weights all the time. It's about finding the centre of gravity, and we've been doing stuff on a Thursday with a physiotherapist now, working on our core to make us better. So if we can all improve that, then we're all going to be harder to beat.
Exactly. That's one of the things the Phoenix worked on during the summer, as well as the chiropractic service that we enjoyed. Now with the physio service we enjoy through Athlete Matters, we get the opportunity to actually work with not just work with a physio in terms of getting worked on an individual basis, but actually working with them to a defined programme, isn't there?
Yeah, that's right, and that's it's a great benefit for the team to have. The physiotherapists there, like Diane and Duncan, they're really good. They know what they're talking about, and we had our sessions on a Thursday, and the guys are kind of feeling it the first time, but as it goes on, we'll be able to benefit more and more from it every week, and hopefully that'll make us a better team.
You mentioned cycling as well during the summer, and I know you've brought your bike down from Scotland. And is it true you're going to be cycling to and from training every day?
Yeah, I have been practically every day. I've been cycling to train. I didn't cycle down from Scotland, obviously. That's a bit far from me. Maybe next year, but I've been cycling back and forward to train every day, and it's like I say, that's maybe another reason why it's been helping me. It gives me a chance to loosen up before practice and after practice, and then when I come on the ice, I'm already warm, I'm already ready to go, so I can get a bit more beneficial for me during the training sessions.
Because you mentioned being warm when you get here and helps you on your way home, because as well as warm up pre-practice and pre-game, it's important to warm down as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very important. It's just as important as warming up. So by cycling, obviously I'll maybe cycle a little bit harder towards practice than to come back, but if I can it's important for me to warm down, and obviously so I don't pull anything, and if after practice I'll maybe go to the gym and then cycle home. So it's a perfect way for me just to sort of get everything out of it.
Excellent, that's good news. It's good to hear that the summer's been good for you, because as we said at the start, you've had a good start to the season. You seem to be enjoying your hockey again this year, which of course is important. And have you set yourself goals for this year?
Yes and no. I've got some personal goals that I'd like to achieve, but as far as, I think I was a little bit maybe too harsh on myself last year, which kind of contributed a little bit to what went on. So I'm not really going to be too hard on myself this year. I mean, obviously I want to do well. I'm going to push myself as far as I can, but as far as goals go, I'm not going to aim too high. But I just want to concentrate on working hard and performing for the team, so that the team can get the wins rather than sort of myself getting personal satisfaction.
And in the early weeks of the season, you've been playing with, as we mentioned before, Klutz and Grant Jacobson. I mean, playing with two big physical guys on your line, that's got to help your game as well. Yeah,
it does. I mean, like, those guys are really good. Grant's, although as a big player that he is, he's also very talented, skillful wise too. So it's nice to have him to play along with. And Brett, a lot of people don't realise it, but Brett is a really good player as far as skill wise goes as well. So people sort of relate to him more for his physical presence, but he's not actually, he has another side to his game which a lot of people don't realise. So but playing with those two guys really helps, yeah. And I mean, if we can put all what we've got together, it can contribute pretty well to our team performances. Like at the start of the season, we were doing pretty well. So hopefully we can keep that going.
And are we allowed to mention the dream of playing for GB again?
If you like, it's always going to be there. I'm not going to rest until I'm in the team. So that's one of the goals I have this year, is to make the full squad. I mean, I was obviously fortunate enough to go to France last year. Didn't make the final team, but I wasn't too disappointed, as obviously with the year that I've had. But this year I want to get off to a better start, and if I can get into the team for the Olympic qualifiers, then great. If not, then my goal is to get there by the end of the season.
Excellent. Well, we wish you all the best with that, Adam. And now, obviously, back to the Phoenix, and we've got 9 points from the opening 6 games, 9 from a possible 12. That's a good start. Big game coming up against the Sheffield Steelers, and I guess they'll be coming out for a little bit of revenge tonight.
Yeah, we're expecting that. We're expecting them to come out hard, and we're expecting them to put a real challenge on us. Last night was a bit unfortunate. We should have really won the game, but we missed a couple of chances, and I guess we live to regret it. But tonight, the guys are focused coming in today. They really want to win, and we won last weekend, and I think the guys that are new to the team really saw what the rivalry was about, so they know what to expect now, and hopefully we can come out with a win again, because it's always nice to beat Sheffield.
Well, let's hope for that good result for the Manchester Phoenix, and good luck for tonight and the rest of the season. Adam Walker, thanks for joining us on Phoenix TV.
Thanks, Andy.